Hey everybody, here we are with another T54E1 match. This time platooned up with Unlucky Immortal, who has come back to the game after a very long break. Found ourselves on Ruinberg, which is an okay map for this tank. But considering the kind of matches I've been having, I wasn't too expectant of a great game. My usual habit is to load gold first in the T54E1. It's one of those things that's developed over time. In tanks where I don't quite trust the gun to pen every time, I'll just hotload a gold round for the first shot, even though, you know, statistically the first thing I meet is probably going to be a light tank or a medium, which I don't need gold for. It just makes me feel a little more confident, which is completely irrational and makes absolutely no goddamn sense whatsoever, but old habits die hard. As per the normal game plan, I sneak into the village here and into this bush to try and get spots up. Something spots me, in fact it's the bulldog. I'm able to finish him off, in fact I rack him. This replay really does not want to seem to play nice. Here I was really worried, getting pushed by a scent line on reload like this, not good. Thankfully he ran away instead of pushing the issue. I guess he noticed the T54. Honestly, if he'd really tried, he could have killed me easily there. I had no real support. Whiff a shot pretty badly on the Waffenträger, and again, 54E1's gun handling just doesn't want to let me hit that thing. Or perhaps I was hitting something else, actually, because at least one of those I would have thought would hit. And I do know there were tanks camping back there from, you know, just from them getting spotted later in the match. I'm not sure, either way, he was the one I wanted to hit, and he was the one I didn't hit. So far the fight in town looks like it's going pretty ordinarily, but not terribly, which is a plus. I'm finally able to get shots into the waffle. One just disappears off into the ether, but my last shot manages to hit him broadside and kills him. So with only myself and the T54 out here in the field, I didn't want to get too carried away with the aggression. Tried to stay in the low ground here where the Bat and the 54E1 don't really have easy shots at me. But in fact, I'm not even sure they noticed me. The Bat obviously is running, he's trying to engage the T54 there. I was having trouble getting a decent shot off. I want to try and save the T54. And thankfully I was able to do just that. Now I think this T54E1 was AFK, because he really should have reacted by now. If you look at the minimap though, the enemy IS-7 has noticed us and is moving in this direction to try and stop us, and he is full health. Full health IS-7's not really fun to fight, particularly in a tank with questionable pen, and so I back out. T54 stays right where he is. It's not really the best life decision, but it's not my problem. I asked the 54 to spot the... I meant the T54, but I said Bat, because, you know, apparently my brain wasn't functional when I played this match. But I think he got what I meant. and sure enough, the T54E1's just sitting there with his turret pointing directly ahead. Now, I'm sure he was AFK. There's no way that an actual player who was actively playing the game would sit there like that. Thankfully, Artie gets the shot in before he can wake up. And I'm able to move in behind some concealment before the IS-7 pushes towards me. Obviously he knows where I am, but I just want to avoid getting popped if I can, and give my teammates some time to move into the enemy cap. Now, this isn't really a close game from the looks of things, but it could go either way at this point. We do have quite a number of players on our team who I would not trust. And a full health IS-7 can do a hell of a lot of damage in a very short amount of time. So having worked my way around a bit, and now I'm loaded with gold, I start looking for the IS-7. I figure maybe he's turned around in these houses to try and fight the E5. Sure enough, that's exactly what's going on, and I stupidly drive right in front. I'm sorry about the replay stuttering, not much I can do. I whiffed a shot pretty badly there, and a second one that was obviously never going to pen. IS-7s are just frustrating as hell to deal with. And I can't get away from his gun in time, he finishes me off. Thankfully, he's now stuck with the full health E5 in front, and the other 54E1 moving in on him, as well as Unlucky coming up as well. So, ended up being a decent match for me. Not my best T54E1 match, not by a long shot, but it was pretty nice in terms of damage with about 5200. Certainly not something I'm going to complain about, and more importantly, it was a win. As strong as the IS-7 is, it can't really come out of a situation like that. T54E1 is a tank that requires you to play it very well to get the most out of it, but if you know what you're doing, it can reward you in enormous damage. While the gun may not pen very well and it may have atrociously bad handling, it's relatively high rate of fire, relatively fast reload between clips, as well as a high rate of fire in the clip. Plus its high alpha, 390, makes it very good at just fucking things up horrendously. If one of these is allowed to survive until the late game, it can really make a difference. Whereas the Bat is more about mobility and, just sheer speed. The 54E1 has a little bit more survivability. It's relatively unarmored, but it does have some awkward angles to it, which can make them bounce things they really shouldn't. And the 54E1 is, a bit slower, a bit more ponderous, but again, that much faster reload does give it a little more flexibility over the Bat. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I wish you the best of luck in the field, and I'll see you next time.